Sorry?
He's the neighbour, Mr. Padiachi.
Hang on, let me just speak to Jake here. Just see. See what's happening.
Maybe not the one.
Tom Lennon was she on?
I'm Barry.
He seems a very number of some very good story.
You're wearing that shirt for a dare.
Hello, yes, man.
Right. Hey? And you got a young chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. I can see there's someone, a male that's just walked on in front of the screen. Okay, 100%. Okay, 100%.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye. Thanks, Jake.
Okay, is that it?
I think so.
Is that who you're waiting for?
Yeah, that was Barry's at the game.
Alright. Okay, morning. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance here at our Zoom auction for the three properties. They'll go in sequence. Lot number 1 will be the sectional title property in the boulevard. Number 2 will be the general industrial property in South Kirk Road in Merebank West. And number 3 will be the liquidation auction, liquidation matter 25, Problem Keys Road in Essenwood, Durban. Okay, so in respect to the conditions of sale, they're all similar for the actual properties. The only exception is the one at 25 Problem Keys Road, which will be a VAT, it's a registered VAT vendor. So obviously one will be required to pay VAT, there'll be no transfer duty on that, just the purely transfer of costs. And again, I think if one goes over the situation with VAT, if you buy it with a VAT instrument, a VAT tool, one could apply for a 0 rating. Okay, totally up to SARS to decide on that. Okay, the conditions of sale, the pertinent conditions that we're looking at here is that we require a 5% deposit on the actual realisation value with a 10% auctioneer's cost. This will differ obviously for lot number 3, the actual residential property, and there's a 14-day period of confirmation during which we'll accept one increased offer only. That offer, similar contract that we signed today, deposit 5% and the auctioneer's commission at 10%. We go back to the purchaser of today. It's not required to match, not better. If the purchaser of today matches, that's it. No further negotiations. Okay. Really different from the normal the conditions of sale from the sheriff. The onus is on the purchaser to pay the electrical compliance certificate, to obtain that, plus the entomologist certificate and electrical compliance and gas compliance. That is on the responsibility of the purchaser. Okay, in that respect. On confirmation, one has 30 days to submit suitable guarantees for the outstanding balance after obviously deduction of the 5% deposit. We will notify you of who will be affecting the transfer in this respect. As I say, we're selling it footstoods. And again, if you actually sign for a nominee, we require the various papers to be signed by you. That, as I say, is only applicable to the property in Curry Road. Which one? Problem with Easy Road. Okay. Are there any questions prior to this commencing? Everyone happy? Alright, the first one we're putting up here, lot number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is a sectional title property, The Boulevard. Again, it's flat 508, The Boulevard, 47 Aurora Drive, Slanger. We have a sectional title unit, which is section 508 of plan 523 of stroke 2018, known as The Boulevard, situated at portion 114 of 2426 Slanger. Okay, in extent, it's 138 square meters. Actually, the boulevard is quite an exceptional sort of development here. It's ideally situated in the sought-after popular gateway, Got amenities on its doorstep, including gateway, theatre, shopping, hotels, hospitals, restaurants, 2Ks from sliding beachfront promenade with ready access to and from King Shackle Airport. Okay, check the property is in good condition. You can see the photographs here. It's a spacious open plan lounge dining room, modern fitted kitchen with wraparound high-end kitchen cupboard, 3 spacious bedrooms, main ensuite and family bathroom with modern imported fittings and finished in ice white imported tiles. Large wraparound balcony with views of the ocean. You have a storeroom and 200 covered dedicated parking bays. Your monthly rate is 2,171. Monthly levy 2,400. Okay, the seller is not a VAT vendor. The unit is presently occupied. Are we on a month-to-month lease, Andrew, or what is the situation? Owner-occupied. Okay. All right. One would actually. Sorry, you're right. Owner-occupied. You can see from the photographs that it's spacious. Quality finishes throughout. You purchase it totally free of any encumbrances. Okay, excuse me, just stay 1.5 meters apart. Thank you. Okay, let's get the regulations right. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, any questions on the unit here? Flat 508, the Boulevard, 47 Aurora Drive, Amsina. Everyone happy? All right, who'll make that offer, please, for the unit? Sexual title unit, flat 508, the Boulevard. Let's go. Make an offer.
1 million.
1 million opening bid. Thank you, madam. Now we get the 2 dedicated parking. At 1 million I have. At 1 million bid is a million. I'm selling it ₦1 million. At 1 million. 1.5 I have. At 1.5 the bid is against you, madam. At 1.5.
2 million.
2 million I have. At 2 million the bid is against you, sir. 2 and I'm selling it 2 million on. We have to bidder number 5, is it?
Bidder number 6.
Bidder number 6 on Zoom. All right, 2 million rand I have. At 2 million bids at 2 and I'm selling at 2 million. At 2 million. Can we see 2.25? I've got a new gentleman here on the right. At 2.25 I have. I've got a new bidder at 2.25. At 2.25 I'm selling at 2.25 subject confirmation. At
2.3.
2.3. At 2.3 the bid is at 2.3. The bid is against you, so at 2.3. That's Mr. Victoria, not come in here. Bidder number 9.
He's muted himself.
How are you on? Thank you.
Are you there? Okay, just checking. Thank you. I see you're on now. Thank you. At 2.3. At 2.3, the bid at 2.4. At 2.4 I have. At 2 million four it's against you, so against you, madam, there. At 2,400,000 I have. At 2.4. At 2,400,000. At 2,400,000, subject confirmation 14 days. At 2.4. Are we all out at 2.4 million rand? I'm selling for the first. We're selling for 3.7 in the block here. At 2.4. At 2,400,000, I'm selling for the first. At 2,400,000, I'm selling for the second. Third and final call. Are we all out at 2,400,000? So, buy number 4. Someone trying to bid here? No. Thank you. 2,400,000. Lot number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's 1625 South Coast Road. It's an estate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not participating in the sale, can I request you to mute your mic, please? If you don't mind. It's a deceased estate. The widow is in Australia. We've been instructed by the attorneys to put this up for auction. It's a state, it's a piece of ground here in general industrial land.
Good boy. Good boy.
It's AR, I don't know who that is. Only one to send me.
Who's a good boy? Me?
Definitely not.
Okay. Alright, let's go back again. The address, physical address is 1625 South Coast Road, Nearbank West, Durban. It's remainder of portion 1 and portion 11 of Earth 46 on Lassie Tech 20. Remainder of portion 1 is 1604 squares, and portion 11 is 265 squares, giving a gross total of 1,869 square meters. Again, it's zoned industrial. One can actually develop this, but firstly, unfortunately, the buildings are in disrepair. One is going to have to demolish what you have on site, the majority of it in any case. I haven't done any survey on it or anything like that. In respect of the property, there is an encroachment of the improvements, which obviously will be corrected. If one puts the demolition, the hammer through it. This is what we had a land survey plan of the property, which will be really available for anyone who is a successful purchaser. Again, your monthly rates, 11,588. The seller is not a VAT vendor. VAT does not apply to the transaction. Very, very visible site, the actual location of it, and you do have quite a bit of activity on the adjoining properties. Again, you're purchasing the property totally free of any encumbrances. Your general industrial, you can actually go to town here, recycling, refuse disposal, whatever. I actually said the primary rights for funeral parlour, so that could possibly be something that could be quite lucrative to look at in terms of the actual general industrial zoning, your primary rights and what have you. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions in respect of this property? Everyone happy? All right. Go make me an offer, please, for the property located at 1625 South Coast Road, general industrial site. Let's go. Any offers? Nobody interested?
800,000.
Pardon? Sorry?
800,000.
800,000 rolling bid of 8. Thank you, sir. At 800,000 bids at 8, I'm selling at 8. At 800,000. At 800,000 bids at 8, I've got 1.2 in front here. At 1.2 million, the bid is 1.2. At 1.2 million, the bid. At 1,200,000, the offer in front here at 1.2 million. At 1.2, ladies and gentlemen, subject confirmation in 14 days. At 1.2. At 1,200,000.
1250.
1250. At 1250. 13 I have. At 13 the bid is 13 extension, so at 1.3. At 1,300,000 the bid. At 1,300,000 the bid is at 1.3. At 1.3. Pardon?
1.3. 1.3.
I've got 1.3, sir. The bid is in front at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000 for nothing. At 1.3 I have. At 1.310. 1,350 I have. At another bid of 1.35. At 1,305. At 1,350,000. 1.4. At 1.4 the bid is 1.4 and I'm selling 1.4. At 1.4. At 1.4 million. At 1,400,000 it's against you two gentlemen in front of you at 1.4. At 1,400,000. At 1,400,000. 1.45. 1.5. 1.5 I have. At 1,500,000 bid is against you, sir. At 1.5 in front of you at 1,500,000. At 1.5. At 1,500,000 I'm selling at 1.5 subject to confirmation in 14 days. At 1.5. At 1.55, sir.
50.
Got one.
I've already got 1.5.
1.55. Top right.
I've got. Hello?
155.
Yes.
1.55 in front. 1.6.
1.16.
1.6. 1.65.
1.625.
1.625.
Yeah.
I'm selling most cars next week. 1.65. 1.7. At 1.7, sir. At 1,650,000 in front here. At 1,650,000 bids in front at 1.65. At 1,650,000. 1.7. At 1.7. At 1,700,000. At 1,700,000. 1.75, sir. At 1,750,000. It's a primary right for trucks as well. At 1.75. Are you there?
No.
Got 1.7. At 1.7. 1.75 I have. At 1,750,000. 1.8, sir. At 1.8. At 1,750 I have. At 1,750,000. Subject confirmation. I'm selling. Remember, the purchaser of today is in full control. He only has to match any increased offer that comes in, and there's no further bidding. At 1,750,000. At 1,800,000.
1.8. Top
1.8
rate.
and a half. At 1,800,000. At 1,800,000. 185, sir. 185 I got. 185 bids 185. 19, sir. At 1.9. At 1.9, are you with me? At 1.9? Yes, sir. At 1,850,000, I'm selling subject to confirmation. At 185, I'm selling for the first.
1.9.
1.9. At 1,900,000. At 1,900,000 is 1.9.
Bidder number one. Top right hand corner.
At 1.9 I have. At 1,900,000. At 1.9. Sir, can we go to 2 million? Just wrap it up. 1.95. At 1,900,000, subject confirmation in 14 days. At 1,900,000, I'm selling for the first. At 1,900,000, I'm selling for the second. Third and final call. I'll be all